Hello guys, welcome to another one of my Battle Breakers videos where we're gonna be looking into what can only be Sasuke Uchihas sexy twin sister that is available in the hero store and from the legendary skybreaker Paleheart Freya going Kadong explosion style. A really great hero. It is available for 5,000 tickets. This is how she looks, level 1, completely uninvolved. A huge thanks to everyone out there using my supporter creator code Loga Hansen in the Epic Game Store in the Battle Breakers game. Your support means the absolute world to me. Remember that a portion of sales goes to me when you use my supporter creator code or link. So anyway, here we have her Paleheart Freya, one of the first heroes I was really excited about because of the chain explosion she can like burst out. Her special ability Exploding Bomb will deal 500% damage to a target. If it dies, it will explode, dealing 920% damage to an area, and it will just chain like crazy. She boosts up based on active dark elements. She has a horrible commander skill, 30% crit chance, which is amazing. Being a martial artist means that she can attack for free if she doesn't use her special ability, which is nice if you're like in a pretty tricky situations. Her stats are decent, nothing really crazy, high pet score, which is always fun. But anyway guys, I'm gonna be taking her into Forgotten Lands 2211 with 2 different builds, and of course we're gonna be checking out some PvP stuff with her. If you sell her, this is what you get. So anyway guys, let's dig into 2211. In this run through, I brought in Rebellious Sun, Wukong and Blazing Vera for crazy evisceration and critical hit chance, and I placed Kailani Lightblade on the same row as Paleheart Freya to give her an even higher chance to crit, bringing her to 75% chance to crit and 20% chance to eviscerate, so she can deal some extra. So I'm just gonna be testing out how a build like this works out with Paleheart Freya, if this is the way to play her. Of course, going in with Jellyfur the Deceiver to control the board, selecting something where I expect an explosion to take out surrounding enemies so that we can get some chain action, and this is pretty much what happened. So just about half a cleared board. This is something you're gonna be seeing a lot if you're playing with Paleheart Freya. She is very random. The amount of damage you get out of using her abilities is it's not stable, because it really comes down to if you can get the chain reaction up and running. How many things will you take out with the explosion? Obviously you need to take out the first target, and then the explosion that deal more damage needs to take out something, and then you can get the chain reaction up and going. So depending on how the different enemies are positioned and how their resistance are, their elements, their defense, stuff like that is really stuff you need to take into consideration when you're playing with Paleheart Freya if you want to get the most bite for your buck, if you're going to get that 10-10 explosion of Vegemite up and running in the game. But anyway, let's move into another room here up against Ballet Dancer Claire Confusion Paints, like that. And now we can select something and see if we can get a chain reaction up and running. So once again, about a half cleared board, but here you could really see the chain reaction going. But we didn't have enough power to really push through the entire board. I know perhaps it's a bit ambitious to clear an entire board, including a boss in an endgame mission, but I have a high bar for power in the game. Let's just go with that. All right, let's bring in a pet for a bit of mana and cooldown control. Oh really? So we're just gonna be checking out in the Orias room before testing another build. So let's see if we can get some cool action up and running here, because we have some squishy heroes. Gonna be confusing with Jellyfur my honey, like that. And let's see if we can chain gank this room like cray. Towers are always bad because they have high defense, so they kind of... Oh, that was cool. Look at the explosion there. Amazing. Alright guys, so I'm heading into 2211, gonna be doing a complete run through here. I changed the group compared to what I demonstrated before, bringing in Celine this time around to try to see how does Paleheart Freya perform when we have more attack power compared to a higher crit chance. She still has a 30% crit chance and an evisceration chance, so that is pretty cool. Worth noting is that Paleheart Freya is a horrible hero in regards to double striking, because if she takes out her initial target, when she uses the special ability and triggers a double strike, there will be no target left to double strike on. So she is not a great hero paired with double striking Sun Wukong as a commander, for instance. But alright, let's check out how things were. That was not really that impressive really in terms of damage. And not really with Celine either, so perhaps we're just beep out of luck in this room, but we're gonna get more chances to see if we can make our little Paleheart Freya shine a little bit more in Forgotten Lands 2211. Also gonna be taking her into PvP to see how her damage numbers compare to level 1 heroes when she is level 1. Alright, that was not bad, almost a million damage, but yeah. Not really, not what I wanted to see. But anyway, moving into my favorite room, still my favorite room in the game. For some reason, this is just the room that excites me the most in the entire game. I mean, Blade Dancer Claire with her snap attack, just always fun to play against. So let's see if we can get a better explosion out of Paleheart Freya when we have... I think that was a better explosion. Keep in mind, guys, we still have Sun Wukong in as the second commander, giving an evisceration chance. We could boost up the attack points even more if we had, say, Blade Dancer Claire as a second commander. So these are the things you need to fiddle a little bit around with. What commanders do you want? What skills do you want to boost up for your different heroes? And I just went in with a bit of a hybrid build here. Paleheart Freya's commander skill will damage enemies on dock terrain, and it's a pretty trash ability, to be honest, because when you're playing late game, at least I'm using things like Paleheart Freya. She will always make light element terrain. If you're using Seraph Ariel, she will create light element terrain. So having something that requires dark element terrain is almost like you almost need to go mono style on it in order to get a lot out of it, to lock the board to a specific terrain. It can be done, but the amount of damage you get out of that commander skill just isn't impressive. Alright, so we actually did worse in the Arias room this time around with Paleheart Freya than what we did before, which was a shame. But that is, I mean, if you go for a higher base damage, you're going to be like a guaranteed higher amount of damage, but of course, like a 75% chance to crit is huge, and that was what we had in the last demonstration. Okay, but now we have a little bit more survivability as well, which is always cool, fun, and amazing. Not that I'm expecting to be like hit that much, to be honest, in here, because we have my honey, Jellyfur the Deceiver, and now I need to use her. What a shame, I didn't want to be confusing here. Note that I'm using her ability instead of her basic attack for a shorter cooldown. Like strange stuff, but that's just really how it is. She has like an 8-turn cooldown on the basic attack and only a 6 on the ability. So sometimes it just makes more sense to use the ability if you want her cooldown to be done faster. So I kind of wanted to go with... Oh, that was cool. We didn't get that much cleared. Yeah. Okay, we have a chunk. Should we try with Celine? Look at that evisceration chain gang king. Mahani number 2. Alright, Kadong. Alright, yeah, that was cool. I had a tower selected, so of course we got a lot out of that huge attack. Lucky me for being amazing at playing this game. I'm so good at playing this game, I make mistakes all the time. We learn by our mistakes, and I'm getting really smart, apparently. But anyway, that is a completely different story. Remember, guys, you can join my channel, join and get access to the members areas where the videos are uncut, no monetization, no annoying ads, and you can request different videos in there that I try to make whenever time allows. It is a way for you to support my channel. You can do it for, I think, as low as $2 per month, and your support really means the world to me. But that is, of course, another thing entirely. Come on, I need my cooldown on Paleheart Freya here, man. I need my cooldown. They're just gonna be ganked out before I get her ready. Oh, man. I want spells in this game. Like, I want the spell, like, instant cooldown. I would actually spend gems if I had a cooldown feature. Oh, yeah, that was not really what I wanted. That was not what... I mean, Paleheart Freya is so random, which is, like, why I never really used her that much. Sometimes she just shines like the darkest sun, like a black hole of gothiness. and she just demolishes everything with crazy area explosions. At other times it's like, were you even here? That is the feeling I've had with Paleheart Freya all the time, why I haven't really been using her that much. But now we're up against Gabriel. Alright, so come on Dr. Big Sword, you're gonna take some katong, some fireball, some crazy pants Tim Tam explosions. Let's see. Yeah, I don't want to be targeting Mira. She has a like a basic chance to put it back in my face. A decent I would say explosion here in the Gabriel room from Paleheart Freya. Let's go with Celine. Oh man, chain reaction is amazing. I really love the new Celine. She's pretty awesome. Not in but kind of broken, but very nice to have, especially because she also brings the assassination trait of poison to the game, so we can use her to just pin down towers. I know defense ignoring heroes can do that as well, but I mean there is something about assassins, so yes there is. But anyway, that was Gabriel. Let's move into some PvP actions to see how Paleheart Freya performs in there. Alright guys, just nudging my group, trying to use Paleheart as a commander just to check out how strong is this in the game of duels. Like I said during the Forgotten Lands playthrough, it requires dark element terrain, something she can create with her ability, but I was curious about how often do we actually see this in the game. It should be like 1 in 6 turns, like something like that anyway, but it depends on what we have hero wise, and like you can see I have Seraph Ariel, so I don't know man. Okay, so we have things confused. I mean my Jellyfurs are just so strong. They're gonna like 137, come on Freya. I mean that was Kyle. You can't even take out Kyle with your special. Double striking and combo from my Jellyfurs, they're just ganking stuff. Okay, so perhaps not the ideal PvP player. This is dark element terrain by the way, so we're getting a boost. Okay, this was not what I wanted. This was not really making sexy Sasuke twin sister kind of thing working like I wanted, but it is worth a shot. I think we're gonna go in for another run with this build just to see if we can get lucky. Yeah, my group of honeys. All right, we're trying again. We're trying again, guys. Don't worry, we're gonna make it work. I mean, we won, but it's like rarely a challenge in this game. In the PvP duel system, so come on, let's see if we can get Paleheart Freya not cooled down in a situation where we can use her ability to take out stuff. All right, we have a weak cuddle team. We don't have a weak cuddle team leader any longer. Thank you, Jellyfur, for being amazing. Okay, so can we find... we have a weak Ramirez. Can we... Gadon! Come on, we didn't even take out an archer. Wow, Paleheart Freya, that was so disappointing. This is definitely not how I want to be using Paleheart Freya if I were to use her in the PvP duel system moving forward. I think we need to give her a little more bite for the buck. I'm gonna try to see if we can use something like Celine or Blade Dancer Claire to boost up her attack points to make her stronger, because if we can't... Not enough mana. If we can't take out the initial target, there will be no explosion. If there is no explosion, there is no twice as much damage in an area and a chance for kadong Tim Tam explosion paints, and that is of course what we want. So let's nudge the group a little bit to see. Come on, man! You should also win when you just have an ally on the board. Wow! Imagine losing to an ally. That would be so bad. Being poisoned and then losing to an ally. Oh my freakness. But anyway, let's nudge this group a little bit around and just remove Ariel and put in Celine, Nightshade Celine, for 50% additional attack bonus to the Dark team, and this is mainly a Dark team, so we shall see what we shall see when we shall see it. All right, Master, let's see. A stance hero. Oh really? If I lose this, it's gonna be so embarrassing. Come on, man. 2 cooldown. This is so annoying, man. I could use Celine, but that's not what I want. So I gotta go Jellyfur again. It's like things are dying before I get a chance to use my Paleheart Freya. Alright, come on, you're going down. Yeah, that was the stuff we wanted to see. So that's how Paleheart Freya works. When she works, bringing me back to what I mentioned in one of my plays. Oh man, it's just a squishy group. I know a lot of you guys are huge fans of these easy win defense teams, and I get it because you can just auto farm the PvP for easy rewards. I just feel like it's a bit of waste of time, but that's just because we have as fast completion event maps that give better rewards. But of course, this is even easier if you wanna be AFKing the game, so to say. But anyway, that is besides the point. It's besides. I mean, easy wins are always welcome, especially if they actually turn the PvP duel system into something interesting with ladders, with rewards, with, I don't know, like cosmetics or leaderboards or unique heroes, stuff like that, frames, anything to just feel like you're getting something different out of playing it than the traditional grind. Preferably something we can't just AFK farm, because you can pretty easily AFK farm the duel system as well if you want to be doing that. But anyway, I found a Seraph Ariel group, and that is what I want. Let's see how things. And we have Dryden. Dryden is so annoying. So come on. Oh, that was a good explosion. Wow. Wow. That was pretty cool. So we're actually almost taking out Ariel with the Jellyfish. That is really the power of having a boosted attack points from the Dark Element team. It's almost, we can almost one-shot her. That is pretty strong. Of course, she's just healing up all the time, but if we poison her with Selene, that would actually be enough to take her out. So come on. No, 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 no. I got reflected. No, now I'm gonna lose. This is, wow, that was so cool. I mean, if only this had been a player intention, it would have been so amazing. Now it's just random, so it's just a bit of a shame, but it's still cool. I'm actually gonna be losing a duel because I am ganking myself. Oh, Dryden, you're such a tease, man. You're such a tease. Oh, that was cool. The best way to end a duel is with a reflection lost. So anyway, guys, this was pretty much what I had to share in this Battle Breakers video about Paleheart Freya. I hope it answered some of your questions. As always, a huge thanks to everyone out there using my supporter creator code Logan Hansen in the Epic Games Store on the Battle Breakers game. Remember that a portion of sales goes to me for 14 days when you use my supporter creator code or link. For now, guys, thank you very much for watching.